Okay, there are so many tools, AI tools out there right now for marketers. It's actually really confusing to know which ones should you use on a daily basis. I'm actually building one of these tools myself called ppc.io, which is specifically for like Google ads, Facebook ads, landing pages, things like that. Obviously, being in the space, I test everything. So I'm going to just really quickly go through all of what I consider to be the best tools for marketers. I'm only going to touch on each one for 20 or 30 seconds and basically just give you my honest opinion on it, what you could use it for if you're a marketer or a paid advertiser. So the first one is Claude. I think out of all of the LLMs out there, because you can connect anything to it via MCP. So for example, I have my Google Ads account connected into Claude. I have my Facebook Ads account connected into Claude. I have tons of other apps that are connected into Claude. So what that means is if I want to like audit my Google Ads account, for example, I can just say, hey Claude, can you audit my account for me? It'll access all my Google Ads data. It'll pull that data into Claude and it'll say, hey, like here's what I'm seeing for the last month. Here's how you could improve things. Here's what's looking good or looking bad. It means for stuff like Google Ads, you don't actually have to go to the platform. You can just come in and use Claude. So this is like my everyday go-to. Use this for hours a day for all sorts of different marketing tasks. Claude is like a must-have. Zapier is like the OG automation platform. Like you'll have seen NAN and all these other platforms that have come before. I still use Zapier all the time for building automations and Claude. So I love Zapier personally, and they're going all in on AI for marketers. Another day-to-day, which you probably won't have heard of, GPT for work. So this is really cool. Basically what this does is it lets you AI into your Google Sheets. That's what I use it for anyway. I use Google Sheets all the time. Keyword analysis for Google Ads. Like I might have thousands of keywords inside a Google Sheet. This lets me just talk to ChatGPT inside Google Sheets and say, hey, like look at all the keywords in this sheet and do this. Like tell me which ones are wasteful, for example. So I really love this. It's a tool, again, that I use every day. I think it's really, really special actually, and it's really cheap as well. You kind of pay based on usage, so you can load up maybe like $20 or $30, use it, and you don't have to pay a monthly subscription. So that's why I really like this tool. Gumloop is like the easiest way to build AI-based automations, kind of custom though. So like say for example, you wanted to do web scraping, go and find out all your competitors' Facebook ads from the last 2 months and put it into a Word document or something like that. Gumloop's really good for that. It's easy for anyone to set up and get started. Doesn't require any coding knowledge. It's just really accessible. Appify, so you have to like sign up and pay for Appify separately, but again, it's really cheap and usage based. So you can log in, create a new account in Appify, load up like $10. It's probably going to last you for like 3 months. If you connect Appify to Claude, you can then just go into Claude and say, hey, I want to scrape TikTok for all X, Y, and Z. I want to scrape Google Maps to find out all the companies that are in this particular industry in this particular city. Whatever you want to do. They call them actors, but it's basically like different scrapers kind of thing. I have a little browser on Appify. I really like it directly into Claude as well. So it's just really easy to use. This is probably my favorite one, ArcAds. Video ads from those AI actors. You can still tell quite a lot of the time the actor's still AI, but I've actually seen a lot of tests from real agencies that use this and get really good results, which is hard to argue with when you actually see the data. It's a good tool. This is the best one I've found so far when it comes to like AI ad generation. So yeah, I would check it out. But yeah, some agencies I know, they're just using this for testing and then they'll go and actually generate like a proper human-driven ad. This one, icon.com, it gets press, good and bad. I don't think it's as polished as ArcAds. It promises a huge amount. You can see even here they like compare themselves against ArcAds. I don't think it's amazing yet. Definitely worth a look. But yeah, this is probably like the second best kind of AI ad maker. And I guess they'll just get better, but yeah, it's still not going to be as good as like a real creative team, or not nearly as good. You have someone on your team that can do so. I would check this out. One that I would avoid in this space that you might have seen is creative.ai. Nothing personal. I just tested this and it basically, for me, just seemed like a background changer. It claims it's the most used AI tool for advertising. I've seen their ads everywhere. In practice, when I used this, I wasn't particularly impressed. I just thought the quality of output was really low. So I didn't like this. Pencil.com is another one, which is like an AI ad maker. This gets a lot of good critique and good reviews, but I think they only do static ads, so just like static images, level of quality from what I see. So if you're a company that does a lot of static ad images, we'll definitely try it Pencil. The pricing is actually really cheap as well, which is good. Okay, a few more tools to show you that you might not have heard of. This one, Fiber.ai. This is interesting. I've been researching a lot about this and it seems to be pretty quick growing, but basically if you're into like conversion rate optimization, it lets you just run tons of experiments first, which is good. I always think when it comes to marketing and ads, CRO is one of the things that can make such a big impact. Like you can have the perfect ads, the perfect product, but if the landing page isn't converting right, then you're gonna have a problem. So that's why I really like tools. This one, Fiber.ai, and here's another one, abtasty.com, which actually has like a really nice design. It's all about web experimentation. So how can you improve your landing page conversion rates? And the OG, honestly, this is still my favorite when it comes to CRO, is Microsoft Clarity. So you can see I've got it set up for my own tool, ppc.io. And they actually have inbuilt AI connected. So I'll show you here. There's a Copilot on the side. Is this going to load for me? Sometimes it's a little bit laggy, but usually what happens is you can load up your Copilot and you can ask it any questions. So you can go in and say, hey, scan my entire website. Tell me which pages users keep dropping off. Tell me all the buttons that they click the most on my entire website, and give me ideas for how I can get users to stay on my website and convert better. So this is the Microsoft Clarity, by the way, 100% free. So if you don't have this, you should, because it's free and it just tracks everything over time. They are, I'm told, going to be integrating more kind of AI into this because it's a Microsoft solution, ChatGPT, OpenAI, and Copilot. So they're trying to implement this into Clarity. Again, 100% free. So here it is. You can summarize your data, get recommendations. This one's a no-brainer because it's free. A couple more. This is more in the Google Ads space. This is a very small company called Blobber.io. Basically, you can get access to the AI twin of a Google Ads expert. You can connect your Google Ads account and get recommendations from this AI twin. Pretty cool. I've tested every single Google Ads tool out there. This one's cool. Optio.com. They don't even brand themselves as AI, but they are AI. So again, you connect your Google Ads account. It'll give you smart recommendations on how to improve. This is especially useful for marketers who are maybe running multiple Google Ads accounts across multiple different clients. And last but not least, the tool we're building, ppc.io. So it's really just all about letting AI do the boring stuff, especially when it comes to marketing. There's a huge amount of data. There's just a lot mentally going on when it comes to paid marketing in particular. So we allow users to use AI to hopefully solve a lot of those challenges. We're not launching until next month. If you go to ppc.io and type in your email, we'll give you 100% free access to the beta when it launches, and some other things as well. So thank you. Hopefully this saved you a lot of time. There's a lot of bad product there. These are just some of the ones which I actually believe in, and I think they're pretty useful on a daily basis when it comes to online marketing.